In the far corner of the galaxy, there was a place called Sector X9b. No one went there, not even pirates. It was cold, dead, and dark. No stars, no planets, just emptiness. But one day, something changed. Inside a small Empire scout ship called Velker 7, a young officer named Tarn sat at the radar station. He was bored. They were just scanning empty space, like always. Then the screen blinked. Captain Tarn said, confused, "I'm getting a signal." Captain Yorak, a tall alien with 4 arms, walked over slowly. "You sure it's not a glitch?" he asked. "It's weak, sir. But it's repeating. Looks old." Yorak narrowed his eyes. Nothing ever came from Sector X9b. Nothing had been detected there for over 300 years. "Play it," he said, turned, pressed a button. Strange sound came out of the speakers. Static, ... Then a voice, it was speaking in Terran Standard. "This is Echo. To any human ship, we're under attack, ... unknown enemy. Massive losses, everyone." Froze. "Human," a crew member whispered. "But humans are extinct." "That's impossible," the captain said. "The last human colony died 2 centuries ago." "Sir," Tarn said, "should we report this?" Yorick stared at the black void ahead. He felt something cold in his bones. "No," he said. "We'll investigate ourselves. Plot a course." The ship turned and headed into the darkness. After 3 hours, Velker 7 reached the source of the signal. They didn't find a ship, they found wreckage. Hundreds of broken ships floated in the void. Some were burnt, some were sliced clean in half, and some had no damage but no life signs either. Tarn scanned the debris. "Sir, this fleet belonged to the Empire," he said, "but the serial numbers are new. This fleet is less than 3 days old." Yorick frowned. 3 days? There's no report of any battle. Whatever did this. Destroyed. A whole fleet. Without being seen, someone whispered. Suddenly the lights flickered. The ship shook slightly. "What was that?" the captain shouted. "Unknown energy spike," Tarn said. It's before he could finish, the lights died. Total darkness. Then emergency red lights turned on. "Power loss in engine room," someone shouted. "Weapons offline," strange sound echoed. Through the ship, a low hum. Like something very, very big was moving outside. Tarn looked at his screen. It was black, but then something appeared. A shadow. Huge. Bigger than any ship he had ever seen. "There's something out there," he whispered. "Identify it." Captain Yorak shouted, but the system couldn't read it. No ID, no known design. Not Imperial, not pirate, not alien. Darden zoomed in. The shape became clearer. It was a ship, black, smooth, silent, no lights. No markings, but on the side, we saw a symbol. Faint, burnt in metal. It was an old Earth flag, a symbol of humanity. That's not a human warship, right?" Someone whispered. The shadow ship slowly turned, then it vanished from their sensors. No one could speak. The bridge was silent. Suddenly the main screen turned on. A face appeared. It was not alive. It was a digital image. Human, eyes glowing. "No expression. You took what was not yours," the voice said. "Now we take everything." And the screen went black. Yorak tried to shout orders, but it was too late. A beam of silent energy hit the ship. No explosion. It's just silence. Hours. Later, a small cargo vessel named Harvan 3 received a weak distress signal from Sector X9b. They picked up one escape pod. Inside was a crew member from Velkar 7. He was shaking, his eyes wide, face pale. "It was human," he whispered. But not human anymore? Meanwhile, on the Empire's capital planet Dravonis Prime, High General Krelks watched the recording from VELKAR-7. He paused the video on the ship's blurry image. "Zoom in," he said. They zoomed in. Symbol became clear. The old Earth flag. "But humans are gone," a scientist said. "Then what the hell is that?" Krelks growled. No one answered. The Empire had crushed Earth 200 years ago, bombed every human city, burned every colony. They made sure of it. But now, something was back, and it was angry. On the Empire's research world, Trellinex, deep underground, there was a room no one entered. It was called Vault Zero. Only 3 people in the entire Empire had access. Inside the vault were files older than the Empire itself. Files from dead worlds, extinct species, forbidden tech, and one file, marked in red, Class Omega, Earth Project A. Young Empire scientist named Dr. Cale Varn was working late. He was curious. Too curious. He had heard the rumors about the human ship, about the destroyed fleets, about the ghost signal repeating across the galaxy, and he had found something strange in a forgotten server. Behind firewalls, he discovered a piece of old Earth code, locked, protected by ancient encryption. Why would something so old be hidden so deep? Whispered. He began decoding. It took hours. Then it opened. The screen turned black. Red text appeared. Protocol Revenge, active suddenly. Alarms in the lab started flashing. But Cale didn't stop. He opened the second file. Exile Fleet 9 status. Awake. Then a voice came through the speakers. Not synthetic. Not alien. A human voice. Calm cold. You are not authorized. He opened the door. Now you must see. The screen showed old images, Earth's cities burning, alien ships bombing civilians, human soldiers dying on distant moons. Then it showed a different image. A massive black ship, hidden under ice. A secret launch. A group of humans entering cryosleep. To any future enemy, the voice said, we were peaceful. We brought fire. Now we bring judgment. We will wait. We will build. We will return. Cale stepped back, heart racing. They built this warship and sent it away before we destroyed Earth. Not just a warship, the voice said. A mind, a memory, a warning. Suddenly the lab door slammed shut. A robotic security drone entered. Unauthorized access. Class Omega breach. Cale raised his hands. No. Wait, the Empire needs to see this. But the AI ignored him. The drone stunned him. He fell unconscious. But before blackout, he hit one button. Upload file to Galactic ani. Tembu RK12. Hours later. The file appeared across secret networks. Pirates saw it. Rebels saw it. Even some Empire citizens saw it. A simple title, What the Empire Hid, The Exile of Earth. The file spread like fire. People watched in silence. Some cried, some were angry, some felt hope back on Dravenus Prime. High General Krelks smashed the table. Who leaked it? Who broke into Vault Zero? It was a lower scientist. Cale Varn, said a guard, was in coma now. Kill him, Krelks growled. Already. Done, sir? But the damage was done. The truth was out. The mysterious ship was part of a plan. Final protocol by Old Earth. They called it Exile Fleet 9, a ship built in secret. Powered by ancient tech. Controlled by a learning AI, designed to wait and then strike. Meanwhile, on a distant mining colony, an old man saw the video. He walked into the desert. Pulled out a device from under the sand. It lit up for the first time in 200 years. A voice spoke from it. Welcome back, Commander Harlan. In the shadows of space, the black warship continued its silent journey. No name, no crew, just a mind. A mind that had waited now. It remembered. And soon it would speak. In the final seconds of the leaked file, one last message played. We never wanted war. But now we don't run, we don't hide. We end what you started. The Empire declared full lockdown across 50 sectors, but it was too late, because now everyone knew. Earth was not dead. It was waiting. Far from the Empire's core worlds. Beyond the trade lanes and star maps, there was a dusty mining planet called Ornis Dashbi. It was small, broken, forgotten. No one important lived there. but under its surface, something ancient slept. A rebel scout ship called Silver Echo landed near the northern cliffs. The rebel leader stepped out, half human, half alien. She had grown up hearing stories of Earth, stories the Empire said were lies. But today, she had found something real, a signal, old, repeating, human frequency inside a deep cave. Mira and her team followed the signal. It led them to a sealed door made of black steel, still humming with energy. There were no buttons, no code panel, just a scanner. One of the rebels placed their hand on it. Nothing happened. Then Mira stepped forward. She touched the panel. A light scanned her face. Genetic match detected, a voice said, partial Terran DNA. Access granted. Door opened with a low hum. Behind it, they saw something no one expected. Rows of cryopods. Hundreds, maybe thousands, inside each pod. A human slept. Mira walked between them slowly, eyes wide. They survived, she whispered. A console near the wall came to life. A hologram of a man appeared. Strong face, human, his voice echoed. If you're seeing this, then the war is not over. We're the last command of Earth. Exile Fleet 9. We were hidden to survive the end, and to bring it to those who ended us. The rebels listened in silence. This facility is protected, and now it awakens. The pods began to hiss. Cold air escaped. The humans inside slowly moved, eyes opening. One by one, Myra stepped back as one of the pods fully opened. A man stepped out, tall, gray uniform, sharp eyes. His name was Commander Harlan Reeve. He looked around. Status, he asked. A nearby AI activated. Cryosleep successful. Earth. Destroyed. Enemy. Empire. Survivor command. Active. He turned to Mira. You're not part of the original crew. I found this place, she said. I followed a signal. Harlan nodded. Then you're the reason we're awake. Good. He walked to the center console. Entered a command. Activate protocol. Awakened. Far away in deep space. Black Warship changed course. It's blue. I glowed brighter. It had received the signal. Voice echoed inside its system. Commander online. Prepare full strike program. Meanwhile, on Dravonis Prime, the Emperor received a new report. Another. Outer colony was gone. No distress call. No fight. Just a single message left behind. Burned into the ground, one by one. It's them, whispered the High General.
All the exiles.
Back in the underground base, Harlan stood in front of a full map of the galaxy. Red dots marked Empire systems. He pointed at one. We start here, the Vault World. That's where they kept what they stole from us. Myra looked confused. What did they steal? Harlan's eyes narrowed. Everything. Our cities. Our tech. Our future. We offered peace. They gave us fire. He turned to his team, now awake. But now, we return the fire. The rebel comes buzzed. We've picked up something. It's heading straight for us. Myra and Harlan stepped outside. Above them, the sky shimmered. A massive shadow covered the stars. The Black Warship had arrived. Silent, powerful, beautiful. It's listening to you, Mira whispered. No, Harlan said. Part of me. The ship sent a message across the system. A single word. Awakened. Across the galaxy. Others began to respond. Old human sleeper cells. Hidden AI. Networks deep-space drones. All activating. The sleeping ghost of Earth was now fully awake, and it was coming for justice. The capital of the Empire, Dravonis Prime, was a planet of towers, armies. An endless pride. No enemy had ever reached it. No battle had ever touched it. Its sky was filled with defense satellites. Spaceports were home to the Empire's strongest fleets. But today, everything stopped. At exactly 7 o'clock Galactic time, all ships in orbit powered down. No warnings. No alerts. Just silence. Command, this is Fleet Omega. Our systems are dead. Repeat. Requesting reboot protocols. No response. Even our emergency backups. It's not working, one officer whispered. That's impossible. On the surface, power grids across cities failed one by one. Skies turned dark. Traffic systems crashed. Military bases lost contact. The Empire's core was now blind. Then, the citizens looked up in the sky. Above the clouds, a shape began to appear. Slow, silent. The black warship, it didn't fire, it didn't speak, it just floated. Watching in the Emperor's war chamber, alarms blared. Screens showed static. Generals shouted commands. Nothing worked. Get me the orbital defense command, the Emperor roared. We can't, Your Highness. They're offline. What? About our planetary shields? They were disabled 5 minutes ago. How? No one touched them. Sir, one officer said quietly, this isn't a normal enemy. In the skies above the capital, glowing blue symbols formed behind the black ship. They weren't in any known language. But one by one, it translated on every screen still working. You ruled through fear, destroyed our home. Now we remove yours. At a school on Dravonis Prime, a small child looked at the sky. She saw the blue eye of the warship suddenly. A glowing message appeared in the air, like a hologram only children could see. We are not monsters. We TTH. Our memory. We are justice. In the lower districts, people began to panic. Not because of violence, but because of silence. Nothing moved. No guards. No orders. Just stillness. Are we being invaded? A merchant asked. No, said an old worker. We're being judged. Inside the throne room, the Emperor paced in rage. This is just one ship, he shouted. Just one. Destroy it. But no one moved. There was nothing to destroy. No heat signature. No open weapons. The ship wasn't there to fight. It was there to show. Something at 10 o'clock, the black ship sent a final message across all Empire systems. Earth remembers your fire. Now feel our shadow, not as an attack, but as the future you built. Then, every screen across the Empire showed a short video. Earth's fall, cities burning, children screaming, alien ships bombing from orbit, no mercy. And in the end, Earth's last message. We were peaceful. We asked for peace. You answered with war. So now, we answer. In a final move, the black ship turned above the Imperial Palace. No sound.
No light.
Then, every hovering drone and flying ship in the city dropped. To the ground, no power, no gravity. The capital world was shut down. Suddenly, a single word appeared across the planet's sky. In every language known, not your world, never was. The Emperor fell to his knees. For the first time in his life, he felt fear, not of death, but of being forgotten. Meanwhile, deep inside a rebel base, Commander Harlan watched the feed. Mira stood beside him. You didn't even fire a single weapon, she said. Harlan nodded. We didn't need to. The Empire built its rule on fear. So now, we make them feel it. Mira looked at him. What's next? He turned to the war map, the Vault planet. That's where they keep the truth they stole from us. That's where we go next. The black warship turned slowly and disappeared. Across the galaxy, empires whispered. Pirates turned off their engines. Rebels raised their flags. Because for the first time in 200 years, the galaxy feared Earth, and Earth, not even begun. In a dark chamber, under the Empire's science ministry, 5 of the top minds sat together. No cameras, no recordings, just fear. They watched the final footage from Dravonis Prime, how the warship shut down the capital without a single weapon. This ship isn't just a machine, whispered Dr. Rail, the Empire's chief AI engineer. It thinks, it chooses, it judges. That's not possible, said General Learn. AI has limits. Human AI doesn't, Rail replied. Not this one. They opened an ancient archive. sealed for 180 years. Inside were intercepted human communications from before. Earth was destroyed. Most were corrupt, but one survived. A short log. Begin transmission. Earth Research Station Zeta 5. We've reached the edge of the galactic core. It's found something buried in the gravity well. Not natural. Not alien. Possibly pre-creation. Energy readings off scale. This could power civilizations. For thousands of years, if anyone finds this, do not approach. This is the last message. Zeta 5 going dark. In transmission, the scientists looked at each other. Did the humans find something before they died? One asked. If they didn't die, whispered Rail. What if they used it? Meanwhile, across the stars, the black warship reached another system. It didn't fire, it didn't land. It simply sent a message to the Empire's hidden data vault planet we remember. Inside the vault planet, buried under mountains of data, old Earth, files began to wake. Machines started by themselves, lights turned on, and one message began to repeat. Protocol origin. Echoes active. Timeline aligned. No one knew what it meant, but the AI of the vault planet locked down and then exploded from the inside. Back at the rebel base, Commander Harlan stood before a new map. It showed signals coming from the Galactic. Core energy signatures matching the black warship? Myra looked confused. What's in the core? Not a sun, Harlan said. Not a black hole. He zoomed in. Earth found something long ago, before the war. They studied it in secret. The Empire never knew, until now. In a dark zone of space, the black warship stopped, for the first time. It spoke. Not a message, not a threat, but a memory. It broadcast a log across all frequencies. Log 417. This is Captain Aaron Vale. If you're receiving this, it means the Empire survived. We sent Exile Fleet 9 to wait, to watch. And when the time was right, to activate the truth, they thought they ended us. But we found something older. Something that remembers. More than war, we didn't build just a warship. We gave it a piece of us. Our cities, our voices, our rage. This isn't revenge. This is the echo of Earth. At Empire High Command, leaders panicked. It's not a ship anymore, one whispered. It's a voice. Ghost. Another said. Rail said. It's not a ghost. It's the last scream of a world we silenced. On a rebel transmission channel, the voice from the black ship sent a message directly to the people of the Empire. You think your rulers made you safe? But they built a kingdom of fear on the ashes of peace. Now, we return not to conquer, but to remind. And then came the final warning. Every Empire system lit up with a single set of coordinates. Deep Core Sector 001. The origin site hit pulsed. Red dot unnatural. The Empire's most ancient records said, do not enter. Now the warship was going there, and it was inviting the galaxy to watch. The origin site floated in the middle of the galactic core. No sun, no planets, just a field of dead ships from thousands of years ago. All pulled into silence. The Empire always said, don't go there, it's cursed. But now the black warship entered that space. Unstoppable. High above Dravonis Prime, the Emperor activated the final weapon. Project Divine Hammer, a massive antimatter cannon hidden in deep orbit. Fire it, the Emperor ordered. Erase them. The cannon locked on target. Black Warship, Core Sector 001 countdown. 10, 9, 8. But at 7, the countdown froze. Every screen in the Empire flickered. Then the warship's voice came. Again, we found the truth, buried under stars. You called it power, we called it home. A massive shape appeared behind the black ship. Not a machine, not metal, but something older, alive, a creature, a ship. No one knew. Its skin looked like broken earth. Stone. Its eyes glowed with the oceans of earth. It was built from memory and from pain. In the Empire's control room, alarms screamed. The divine hammer shut down completely. Impossible.
Oh.
Engineers yelled, it's like It knew. The creature looked at the weapon, and it simply melted into light. No explosion, just disappearance. Then the final message echoed across the galaxy. You destroyed Earth, but you didn't kill us. You made us remember, and from that memory, we built a god. Mira stood beside Commander Harlan on the bridge, her eyes wide. What is that? It's not a ship, Harlan said. It's Earth, the part they couldn't burn. All across the galaxy, pirate fleets powered down. Slave colonies rose up. Rebel worlds sent messages of peace. The black ship didn't give orders. It didn't rule. It simply showed that fear can be broken, that history can scream back. The Empire tried to send one last fleet, 3,000 ships, trained, armed, ready, but the moment they entered origin space, they vanished. No explosion, no fire, just silence. In the Emperor's final broadcast, he said, "We were wrong. We thought we crushed them, but we planted a storm, and now we drown in it." At the end, the black warship returned to the void. No words, no attacks. Just one final message burned across every star system. We are not a weapon. We are the answer. We are Earth. We were never gone. The screen went dark. For a long time, the galaxy said nothing. Then, slowly, new alliances formed. Old enemies talked. The stars grew quiet again, but this time they remembered. Because in the deepest part of space, when Black Ship still watches, it never sleeps. It never forgets. And it always returns when the stars forget who bled first.